Hey everybody, Jangro here. Welcome to my Craftoria world, where we are taking a look at the mods in here and how to get started and work with them. We're continuing with Ars Nouveau. Here's my Drygmy setup that we're going to do in this episode, and my trading wall of villagers and containment jars. Very Game of Thrones. So in this episode, we're going to talk about how to set all these up and talk about the different ways we can capture mobs, put them in containment jars, just like this. Stick around. Please give me a few seconds to thank our sponsor, Apex Hosting. If you're thinking about starting your own Minecraft server, Apex Hosting is a great way to go. With their always-on servers, you can invite your friends to join at any time with no port forwarding setups, and setting up mod packs like this one is a breeze with their one-click installations. Plus, they offer 24/7 support to help with any issues, and they'll handle mod pack upgrades for you. If you do check them out, please use my link, jangro.com/apex, which helps support the channel. Thank you for your support. All right, let's get back to it. All right, I've got my dowsing rod and a Wilden horn. Let's go find a Drygmy. Discovered last time when I was looking for a starbuncle that I just shouldn't fly so high. There's some amethyst. That's what the dowsing rod does. Whirly sprigs, we don't need them. Starbuncles, whirly sprigs. Here's one. Here's a whole bunch. I only have one Wilden horn. Here you go, buddy. One Drygmy token, really. If we get any more horns, we can come back here. Seems like a good spot for Drygmies. Next, we need to make a Drygmy charm, which is fish, wheat, apple, carrot, seeds, and source gems. Wheat, carrot, apple, seeds, fish, Drygmy token. Okay, let's go put our Drygmy charm down in here. So what we do is hit a mossy cobblestone with the Drygmy charm. And there we go. We end up with a Drygmy henge and a Drygmy. We need to put a chest down next to the henge. I think it might need to touch it. Not entirely sure, but we'll put that right here. And we're going to fill up this room with friends for our Drygmy. Now we can do that with containment jars, as you might have seen in the introduction, or we can do it with just mobs roaming around. I think within 15 blocks of the Drygmy. So, but yeah, we need to get some mobs in here. To do that, we can put mobs in containment jars, but that requires a ritual. And I want to set the ritual up in one location. So let's use this thing called a creature catcher. I've already got one of these. It's from the Just Dire Things mod. And it requires 4 Blazegold ingots and an ender pearl. I did upgrade my Blaze Bloom goo. Let's put a couple blocks, gold blocks down here. And it's important to note that if you have shaders on, the Just Dire Things effects don't work. We turn off shaders, we can see it working. The Blaze Bloom goop you can make with wither skeleton skull, some blaze powder. I think the early recipe in this pack was changed from that being a nether star. So that's good. That's a bit easier. And the wither skeleton skull you can get from skull fragments. I've been getting those from, while that gold is processing. I've been getting that from over here. I have a spawner that's some wither skeletons. These guys are brutal. When I hit them, I get wither effect just from hitting them. Anyway, here we go. We've got some wither skull fragments. I also got one wither skull and turned it into some wither skull sulfur from the Theurgy mod. So now I can just make wither skulls. We'll be introducing some of those wither skeletons to our Drygmy as soon as we can capture them. Now with the Blazegold ingots, we can make, let's make 3. You know what? Let's make 4 creature catchers because, you know, those are just good to have. When we're around exploring, we want to be able to capture any cool mobs that we find. So let's go get a couple of friendly mobs to put in with our Drygmy. A cow. So we just right click on him with the creature catcher. Got him. And I want to get a sheep too for some wool. Oh, look at this poor guy. I think I put down the cow accidentally. Okay, there we go. Let's go put these 2 animals next to our Drygmy. And our Drygmy springs to life and starts interacting with these guys. It takes a while for a Drygmy to warm up, and it also helps to have more variety of animals. Drygmy likes a lot of variety. There's a whole algorithm that factors in how efficient Drygmies are. And it has a lot to do with the variety of mobs and also the number of mobs. So if there's more than 5 unique mobs, you get better output from a Drygmy. Oh, you know what? He needs source. So with a source jar and some mobs around, the Drygmy will eventually start to create drops from these mobs. All right. Now we've got a sheep trophy. Didn't know that was a thing. Some raw mutton, some raw beef. So that took a good, I don't know, 5 minutes for that to work. 10% of the source went away, so we are going to need to move some source over to here. No problem. He'll also go faster if we get more mobs in here. Now, obviously, we don't want to fill this up with a bunch of random mobs. So now let's look at how to put them into containment jars, which will allow us to have our mobs nice and organized. For the containment jar setup, we need a ritual, and we need the containment ritual, which is this tablet of containment, which we have right here. And we need another jar of source. Oh, and we need some containment jars. And now we want to set this up at a place where we're not going to get interference from other mobs around. So I'm just going to set this ritual up over here. It's close enough to our setup that we can get some source over here easily enough. And what we do, let's just make this room a little bit bigger. We just put down a ritual brazier. We right click on it with the, we have to give it some source. We right click on it with the tablet of containment. And now it's awaiting activation. We just right click it one more time. And now it's running. So now if we put down a containment jar, and I don't want to do that too early because if a mob wanders by, it will just get captured. So you only want to put down a containment jar when you are ready to capture something. So let's go catch one of these wither skeletons. We got scooped up into here. Okay, so we've got 2 different wither skeletons here. They have different armors on them. Let's go put those into containment jars. Back over here. So we put down a containment jar and quickly put down the skeleton, and he gets sucked up quickly into the containment jar. We'll do this with the other one. Come on. Oh no. Whew. These 2 guys have slightly different armor on. I don't know if they're actually different or what, but let's go put these in with our Drygmy. And all we have to do is put these jars down somewhere close, and the Drygmy will add them to its cycle. Okay, now I've got some blazes up here too. Whoa, creeper. That's not good. The hazards of capturing mobs. Okay, so now I've got a blaze in our creature catcher. Put our jar down. We'll release the blaze. Get in there. Okay. So now you see that used up some of the source in the source jar. And we'll put this guy right down here. Wow. He lights up the place. Okay, so now we haven't got anything from those wither skeletons yet, but we do have some experience gems, which comes in handy after getting killed, catching mobs. What are these sheep trophies? I don't even know what this Tropher's mod is. Okay, let's just set up a relay quickly. Drygmy stays working. And just right click on this splitter. Position set. Right click on this one. And now right click on this one. And right click here. All right, there we go. Are we getting anything here? Yes, we're getting wither skull fragments. Perfect. And we'll start getting some blaze rods pretty soon. At this point, the game is to fill this whole room up with mobs and a variety of mobs so that our Drygmy will be more efficient. The more mobs we have in here and the more variety, we get bonus drops as well. And a trick you can do is if you want it to focus on some specific mobs and their drops, but you still need a bunch of variety in here, you can put mobs in here that don't have any drops. So they'll count toward the variety, but they won't interfere with the loot table, and you can get more concentrated drops based on what you want. All right, there's one more thing we can do with these containment jars that's really cool, and that is working with villagers. So let's take our 4 creature catchers, and let's head back over to Let's head back over to our village here and let's capture a few villagers. Shift right click on them. Let's capture 2 villagers who do not have occupations, and let's give a villager a librarian occupation. Let's see what we can get here. All right, it's the next day. I had to go get some emeralds that I forgot. So let's see what we can get. Come on, guys. Really? There we go. Ooh, knowledge of the ages is a good... Oh, but I don't have enough emeralds for that. Okay. All right, soulbound is always good. So let's lock him in, and then we'll... I think I caught somebody else. Well, that's okay. We'll just take those guys all back. All right, let's head back home. And now we want to put this librarian villager into a containment jar. So we'll put a containment jar down right here. Drop him. He'll get sucked into the jar. There he goes. And now, watch this. We can interact with this guy. How cool is that? We can pick him up. And I have a space for librarians right over here. Or for villagers in general. Let's grab some more emeralds. Trade with these guys and upgrade them. And check it out. They'll upgrade right in the jar. Power 1. Now with all our new wool, I've got a spot right over here. Some beds down. And we'll release the villagers in here. Give them some food. And there we go. We'll grow up some more villagers, turn them into whatever occupations we want, put them in jars. Villager imprisonment to the next level. All right, I've spent quite a bit of time growing villagers. We've even got a golem in here. Unfortunately, we can't put golems in containment jars to get iron. I think they're blocked from that. And I have been grinding away, getting all kinds of librarians, masons, farmers, fletchers, so I can keep trading to get the resources so I can get emeralds to upgrade the other guys. That is a work in progress. And I've been flying around, capturing some mobs to put in to the Drygmy setup over here. Just a little quick look at what we've got. I stumbled on a mansion. And so I've got an evoker and a vindicator in jars. Yes. Squid to sell ink to the librarians. And these other guys we had before. I think we have a ghast. Put one of the sheep in the jars. I haven't got any totems of undying from the vindicator yet. I don't know if they'll drop those. But look at all these ghast tears. Blaze rods. Getting emeralds from those guys, though. That's good. So these are a lot of really hard to get resources. Let's do something with these ghasts here. Since we're talking about capturing mobs, there's one more item that we can use. It's this Mob Imprisonment Tool. And that is with the ghast here and 4 plastic sheets. And we can get plastic sheets from the dry rubber that we already have. We're already collecting. We've got a lot of dry rubber. Let's make some plastic sheets. Okay, so we have our plastic sheets. There we go. And now we can make an imprisonment tool. And let's use it to catch that cow and put him in a jar. I want to make sure I don't catch the Drygmy. Okay, there we go. I've got a cow in here. That was easy. That's a little bit easier than the creature catchers because you end up throwing them and you have to pick them up, and they get captured in jars like this because they are become entities in the world when you use them. Okay, so now we've got a containment jar. Yep, we can just put the cow down again. Look at that. So once you've got some ghast tears and some plastic, we made plastic early on in the series because we needed it to make a cardboard box. Add the cow to our wall. Really hoping for some totems of undying. That would be kind of OP, so it's understandable if we don't get any of those. But check this out. we get experience. So let's see, a stack of greater experience gems. You need them one at a time. Or shift right click to eat them all. Get that. Lots of XP. Oh, and check it out. We've got Totems of Undying. That's insane. I think that seals the deal. You definitely got to get yourself a Drygmy. And there you go. 3 ways to catch mobs. The Containment Jar requires a ritual, but the Creature Catcher and the Mob Imprisonment Tool, really easy. And we are well on our way to resource riches, thanks to the Drygmy. All right, that's going to do it. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. I appreciate you.